Starting in Shivassana, we'll be here for 3 minutes. So laying down comfortably, supporting the back of the knees with a bolster, even a rug over the top of you. So allow yourself just to come into a nice quiet space. Feel the body, come into the body. Just be aware of the breathing. Slowly just bringing yourself back from that relaxation at Shivassana. We're coming up to work with Dragon next. So grabbing your blocks or bolsters, however you want to be positioned, holding onto the blocks, having a bolster under the back leg, even a nice rug to support the back knee. You can even have the hands on the inside of the front leg. Just allow yourself to be supported there. As we come into that first edge, or finding that first edge where you feel the beginning of the stretch to take place, and sometimes it's good to just even back off that a little bit. We don't need to go deep into it straight away. Over the next 3.5 minutes, the body will naturally soften. we're slowly going to come out of this pose very gently, very easily, allowing yourself to rebound however you feel is the most beneficial or the most accessible at this moment. Laying on the belly, laying on the side or the back. Just coming down really gently, allowing the leg to lay back, connective tissue to rebound, the entire body to rebound. It was a lovely minute of rebound, so push yourself back up. We'll do the same on the opposite leg, so bringing the other leg forward into dragon or its variations, many variations. Remembering I also put the list up at the bottom underneath the YouTube video. You can always check it out first, make the decision on what posture you will do at what point. So if at this point you want to do a variation of the dragon to get that back hip really open, that hip flexor really lengthened and stretched, and you choose the one that works for you. And just taking about 3 more deep breaths in, slowly preparing the body to exit the pose. The safest, smoothest way out of the pose to come either onto the belly, the back, the side, whatever you find is a nice rebound for your body. and just taking a deep breath in, we're going to make our way into Sphinx or Seal or one of its variations. And I offer, as always, the bolster. You can come up a little bit higher with the elbows resting on the bolster, or even a little bit lower on a block, or even having the arms straight in that Seal pose. This just helps to basically lift the upper torso higher, and it can increase the compression in the spine in that lower lumbar thoracic region. What I should point out as well is everyone's back will bend at different points, not only the lumbar, sometimes thoracic, lower thoracic, or even mid-thoracic. Everyone is different, so as always, approaching each posture, each shape with caution and to really feel into the body. Yin is that practice where you really need to be mindful where the body is, what the signals are responding, or the signals that are coming back to your brain, what the body is telling you. So take it easy, find an edge of the stretch, go into it slowly, and then just be. We're going to come into a beautiful shoulder opener. I just want to, as always, approach with caution. If you've got any shoulder issues, just to come into it very, very gently. So take the right arm out to the side, look the opposite way with the head looking to the left. Roll gently onto the right hip. You can use your left hand to gently push down just to help you roll over onto that right side, and you start to feel that stretch into the right arm, underneath the armpit, maybe into the pec muscle, that right arm, into the bicep. If it feels too strange, too weird, then just roll out and then bend the right elbow, cactus arms, so the hand is pointing basically straight ahead. Elbow is out to the side. It can be a little higher than 90 degrees, so the elbow in essence would be in line with the ear or even closer to the top of the skull. So as you roll over, you may not need to roll over as far onto that right hip. But again, just finding a position that feels appropriate for that gentle pulling action. We'll only be here for 2 minutes either side, so as always, if you need to come out before this time, please do come out. So it's time to slowly come out. So just release that left hand, roll forward onto the belly. We'll go straight to the other side. So that left arm shoots out on that T-shaped formation, and just take it a little bit higher. So it's higher than that 90-degree angle. Again, if you'd like to bend that left elbow, cactus arms. By bending that elbow, you don't normally need to roll over as far into that left hip. You will feel the pulling action into that left shoulder, into the left bicep or the left pec, just depending on what muscles are the tightest in this joint. And once again, it's time to roll out of this shape, out of this posture, and just rebound onto the belly, around 30 seconds. Very gently, hands under the shoulders, pushing yourself up. We're going to make our way into a supported fish. You can use the block. The block is more advanced. It can be a little bit more intense. So if looking at the image here, I'm trying to place the block down the spine, the center of the spine, on the thoracic, so the whole cervical neck can just gently dip back. You can have a support under the head, or you can even just very gentle way is lay over the bolster, the length of the bolster. Lay over that. Again, you can have the head dipping off the back of the bolster, or just literally laying flat on the bolster, arms out to the side, and that will just open up the spine, open up the chest for the next 3 minutes. And just exploring the positions of the arms, whether you're in the more advanced posture over the block or even on the bolster. Shift the arms gently up, take them out to the side, even take them back beside the hips. Just exploring the shifts in the shoulder blades. we start to move out of this pose, if that head is hanging far back, use the hands, clasp them behind the back of the head and draw the chin into the chest, lifting the head up with the hands. And then from here, just allow yourself to come out of the pose. So one elbow can dig into the floor, you can grab a hold of the block with the other hand, slide it out, or just gently slide off the bolster. Take a deep breath in, release it out as we slowly make our way up to work with caterpillar or forward fold. So the target tissues here are the hamstrings. So you can choose to do very similar to Paschimottanasana, just folding forward. If the hamstrings are extremely tight, even sitting on a bolster, just allowing the knees just to be on the edge of the bolster. So when you lean forward, you will still get that bent leg hamstring stretch without too much intensity there. I'm going to hold here for the next 3.5 minutes. And as always, if you need to check the description, pause the video, look for other ways to target these hamstrings, just in the options and variations that I've written down. And as we slowly come out of caterpillar, we're going to come into half saddle. So just gently lifting back up, coming off the bolster if you're on a bolster. We're going to tuck that left leg under. So again, looking at all the variations that I would have written down in the descriptions, coming into half saddle as best as you can, or another variation of. Going to lay back either over the bolster or onto the floor, even onto the elbows or hands, and just letting that left thigh, that target tissue, the left quadriceps, again that gentle stretch, that gentle pulling. And with this saddle, making sure that there's never any pain across the knee. You'll feel it in the thigh, the top of the thigh, the quadriceps, somewhere along the top of the leg, but never across the knee. Slowly make our way out of this half saddle. So I like to roll away from that bent leg and onto, if you've got the left leg tucked under, roll onto the right hip. Slowly let that leg just straighten out naturally. There's no rebound this time. We're going to go straight into the other side. So every side of the body will be different. You may need more support. You may need more blankets, more pillows, more bolsters. And gently, once again, finding that target tissue in the quadricep. Feel that stretch starting to happen in whatever variation of half saddle you're in. And just making that point once again that there's never any stress on either knee, especially the one that is bent. You want to basically have pain-free yoga, pain-free stretching, just a stretch sensation in the target tissue, which is the quadricep, the front of the thigh. You're going to slowly exit half saddle, so rolling over onto the opposite hip of the leg that is bent. Coming back onto the back of the body, or wherever you feel it's good for you to rebound for about a minute. As you come out of this rebound, we're going to move straight into the frog stretch or groin and adductor stretch. So we're targeting those adductor muscles deep on the inside of the thigh. So knees can be wide apart, toes touching, taking the arms forward or bending the elbows, resting the forehead on the forearms, and the backs of the arms. This can be done up against a wall, sitting with the tail against the wall, legs just gently dropping apart. That will also target the adductors. Even bending the knees, having the feet flat is another variation. Many variations. As always, explore what works for you in this present moment today. And just be in the body, be in the breath, observe what arises from the experience. And slowly making your way out of this shape, coming onto the belly, sliding the feet back, whatever variation you're in, making your way to the floor, rebounding, observing the experience once again. going to be coming into fire log pose. It's a variation of swan or even pigeon pose for those with more yang practice. So that shape where we'll be targeting the glutes, the external rotators of the hip. As you can see on the video, one leg is gently crossed on top of the other. Always be mindful of your knees. And whatever variation you're choosing to do, use the bolsters, use blankets or pillows, anything that will give more ability for the body to let go. If the body can let go, if the muscles can relax, in a sense become colder, there's more pulling, gentle traction in the joint, and also the nervous system response. Your body will relax a lot deeper when the limbs, when the knees, when the body is supported. Slowly exiting this fire log pose or one of its variations. Just finding that nice rebound for the next minute and a half. Allowing yourself to be and sit in that experience. Observing the body, observing the sensations. slowly come out and work the other leg. If you did fly log before, that leg that was on the bottom is now on the top. If you did any of the other variations, obviously switching sides, bolster yourself up, use blankets where you need, blocks, whatever works to help support the body, and always supporting the joints, making sure there's never any pain felt in the knees. Yoga is not pain. Yoga is about allowing, feeling sensation, and the sensation being no short and sharp stabbing pains. Sensation, just a gentle stretch sensation. Find that edge. Allow that muscle to cool so we get deeper into connective tissues of the joints. Be in the breath, just be in the body. And slowly making your way out of this shape and coming down to lie onto the back. We've got 20 minutes here, so if you'd like to go straight into Shivassana, to relaxation, please do. If you'd like to go for another 3 minutes either side in another posture of your choice, I'll just let you choose what you'd like and let you know at that 3-minute mark to swap over, and then we can move into Shivassana. Otherwise, allow yourself to be, allow yourself to let go. For those working the 3 minutes either side, that 3 minutes is now up. So gently exiting the shape you're in, moving straight to the other side. It's time to come out of that other side, that final pose you were in, and just gently making your way to Shivassana, making your way back to that beautiful longer rebound. Allow yourself to give in and let go. Allow yourself to be. Gently bringing yourself back to the body, back to the awareness of yourself in the space. Wriggling the fingers, toes, lengthening the arms above your head, rolling onto the side to recovery, and gently making your way back to seated position.